Hey, what's cooking, people? And welcome to another episode of MC Eats Life. Yes, that's right. There's no food on this episode, there's only adventure. Today, we're gonna go and try and find the very northern tip of the rail corridor up by Woodlands. I don't know if there's anything left up there. I don't know, I've not researched it, I've not looked into it at all. I don't know. I'm gonna go up as far as I can, as close to the water, over on what I assume was the railway bridge over to Malaysia, and then I'm going to work my way back as far as I can go until I get cut off, in the hope that I can do that little bit that I couldn't do in the last time I came on the rail corridor. It is looking rather mean and moody in that sky, which is now becoming a regular theme on here, isn't it? It has rained off and on this morning, and I got on the MRT up to, is it pronounced Marsiling MRT station, and every time I kind of came out from a tunnel it was splattered with raindrops on the windows. So it has rained off and on. There's the odd rumble of thunder. I am keeping my fingers crossed that we find the end of the rail corridor and that we don't get rained on. Just got a bit of a walk, I think about another 10-15 minutes up here. I'm just walking through the park by Marsiling MRT station. Another bit of park here. What's it called? Oh, there you go. It's the Sungai Mandai Kecil Abstraction Station. Sounds posh and smells faintly of sewage. Right, I'm going to go and see what I can see. So I'm not expecting to see any wildlife on this trip, and it's not really the point of this one, is it? It's more to find the end of the rail corridor. But just seen on the signpost, it says mangrove. Where there's a mangrove, there's normally wildlife. And we're in that kind of part of the island where it could be anything. It could be a crocodile, it could be snakes. So got a couple of things to look forward to, haven't we? We're going to try and hopefully find the northern point of the rail corridor. We can look over to Malaysia and dream of going there, and then look out for some wildlife too. Oh, and then if we feel like it afterwards, we could go to the gym pod. Yeah, I'm not sure this bod needs a gym pod, or maybe needs one too much. Right, which way to go? I'm gonna go this way. Let's go. There's a water monitor. Just poking his head out. Oh, it's seen me. It's lowering its head again. Gone. It's a nice little park, that one. I mean, there's not a massive amount to it, but there's you can see the lake and things there. This little amphitheatre here is quite nice. There's a couple of playgrounds as well. Little pagoda over there. So yeah, it's more to it than I thought there would be. I'm going to go try now and get over the road up to where the map says the old station was. Do you ever get the feeling that this isn't supposed to lead anywhere? You've been walking down this path and then it just disappears into the undergrowth. My only option is to do something I don't want to do, and that's to have to get across this road. Ah, is that an old cinema in there? It says now showing. Don't know, it has that kind of almost late Art Deco feel, doesn't it? Certainly looks like it's closed now. I like how Johore's just on the signpost. Obviously, I suppose in normal times, that's it. You get off, over you go. I'm guessing that there is the bridge over, isn't it? So we've got to find a way, I think, over that way somewhere. There's a series of pedestrian crossings, so we'll see if we can make our way over there. Before I go over there, I just want to appreciate this building. I love that design. No trespassing. I'm not going to go in. I wonder if I can just poke the camera over the top and see if there's anything still. Oh, I don't know. How high is it going to be? See if there's anything worth seeing. Am I going to be tall enough? Don't know. What could you see? I'm guessing those lorries are off over into Malaysia. It feels like we're meters from freedom. So here's some water that's just by the bridge over to Malaysia. Probably can't go much further that way. There's a couple of police motorbikes. Wonder what's in here. It's not the cleanest of waters, but still looks quite pretty. Right, I believe that the railway line would have gone underneath that bridge and round and over the water. So I think we're going to have to go as far this way as we can until we can find any kind of remnants. And I'm guessing there's going to be a memorial to the old Woodland Station, if not still the station being there. I just don't know. I'm guessing we can go and find it. I mean, this bike's almost become a piece of like modern art, isn't it? It's almost nature now beginning to grow into and through and round it. Alright, they're not messing about, are they? It's not like trespassers will be prosecuted or like you're just going to be arrested. We're going to arrest you and then we're going to bludgeon you to death. So I'm guessing that it says there, Singapore vehicles please top up to 3/4 of a tank. I'm guessing that is to stop people going over to Malaysia in normal non-COVID times and topping up on cheap fuel over there. Right, my plan was to go back as far that way, kind of west as I could, till I could find the trail again, the old rail corridor, and follow it. But that's not going to work because that is all over there. State land, no entry, you'll be arrested straight away. So maybe I've got to go the other side of the bridge. Maybe Woodland Station is that way. Let's go and have a look. I mean, this probably could have been easier if I had actually looked to see if there's anything here to see, rather than just wandering, looking rather suspicious near the Malaysian border. I'm going to hold out hope that someone's been sensible, and in a similar way to a couple of the other stations down the rail corridor are still there. This Woodland Station's got to be still here, and we've got to be able to access it. Rather menacing looking clouds up there, aren't there? Looking brighter over towards Malaysia. They say the sun's always shining on Malaysia. No, it's normally the other way around when I come up here. There's normally a storm in the distance, but it's hovering near us today. Right, I'm thinking we cross this road, cross that road, and then we go down there and see what we can see. Okay, so there's a few things to that building. Now I'm walking back this way. I wonder if it was a kind of cinema possibly, and then there was a snooker club in there, and there was a kindergarten. Yeah, I need to do a little bit more research into that when I get back. So if my calculations are correct, then the railway line would have gone down underneath those viaducts there, and then over towards the station over here, and then over towards Malaysia. We'll walk this way and see what we can see. Is that where it would have come? I'm guessing it would have done. Carried on along there. What's that there now? I mean, it says Woodlands train checkpoint. Is there still a train that comes over to here from Malaysia? I feel like we need to go a little bit closer, but I can't go over this bank because I'll be trespassing and I don't want to be arrested. Well, without doing any research at all I can assume is that there is still the train line that comes over from Malaysia to here, I guess. Don't know, perhaps when I get back I will do a bit of research. It's quite a big complex, and it's being the border is very heavily guarded with large fences and razor wire and "you will be shot" signs. I don't really want to be shot today. So I'm guessing then that would then have connected up, and then you go back to, goes along there, under the viaducts, over the river by where I was at the Kranji, whatever it's called, the foreign workers dormitory, and then picks up the path that I was walking on, and then carries on all the way down to near like Outram Way. Nice bit of history. It does say no filming, so I'm not going to film anymore. But yeah, I think this is the end of the line, isn't it? Quite good timing too, given the state of the clouds. Only thing is now, getting back from this extreme northern point on the island, it's going to be an adventure in itself. Anyone knows the history of Woodlands Point? I'd be interested to hear about it. I mean, it doesn't look that old, but obviously it closed some time ago. Did it close just the beginning of COVID times? I mean, here buildings would quickly get into a bad state of repair with the weather if they're not being maintained and used. So, I don't know. Still got aircon units on the side. And what's the plan for it now? What are they going to build here in its place? Assuming they're going to knock it down. If you know, let me know. Right, so it says no trespassing, but there is a path in between. So I feel that isn't trespassing if we just go a bit in between. There's the kindergarten. We might get some clues the other side as to what the plan is for this. The doors are still closed and sealed. I was hoping we might be able to poke the camera over and see what's going on inside. I do like that sign though. I'd quite like to go and have an explore in there, see what's going on. I'm guessing this bit is older than the bit next door, and this bit's been closed for longer, so I don't know. So am I right in thinking that the last accessible bit of the Greenway is kind of around about where the Kranji Junction is? Is that right? I mean, like I said, I've not done any research into it, so I don't know. But that would seem to be the case from what I've seen. If I'm wrong and I'm missing a bit that's closer to the Malaysian border from like Kranji, please let me know. I feel like I can't rest easy until I've explored it all. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode. We haven't seen a great deal, but it's been interesting to find out that we can't go where I want to go. We can't see what I want to see, which is no great surprise, is it? So thank you again. Please do subscribe, like, ring the little bell. You'll get notified when we upload another video. And then stay tuned for another episode. And until then, stay full.